Beautiful collective, hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're all doing super amazing. Today I'm going to use the Akashic Tarot and I'm going to find out, oh, well, it seems like you are finding your life purpose here. What's going on? Oh, you can start to see some part of an increase. It seems as though you've been doing, and it's provoking someone else. Oh, they mad. They really mad. It's almost like somebody's angry because you're starting to see the fruits of your labor, or you're getting a part of a fortune here. Someone's mad. Well, they're mad because they're in their south node, and I think you're seeing something to do with your creativity, that you're starting to see some kind of increase in money here, and it's bothering someone else. It's provoking someone else. They feel bothered by this. So let's see what's going on. Someone really worried that you're getting some sort of wish fulfillment here. Well, they shouldn't have been dishonest then, should they have? It's like you are stronger than what you think, and I think you are focusing in on your strength and your creativity. Well, I think they're provoked because they were dishonest, they were disloyal, and they've been... Seems like they're feeling some kind of depression about it. Depressed because, you know what, you're strong, you're charismatic, you're shining here. This is beauty. You are focused on strengthening yourself, your creativity. You are living a beautiful life here, and they're in chaos. Why? Because they did something forbidden. So they were disloyal, dishonest, hiding things, and now they are angry and provoked because, look, you're still creative, you're still beautiful, you're still strong, you're getting an increase here, and that bothers them. I mean, let's get into it. I think things are flowing into your life, like wishes fulfilled, and it looks like a harvest. Okay, so that's why they're angry. I mean, it was written for you. It's for your journey. Like I said, you're very loving, you're very compassionate, and maybe they just left you hanging. And maybe you even tried to warn them. And maybe they thought they were higher up the chain than you, or higher up than you, or, you know what I'm saying? Well, too bad, so sad. They were playing games with you, but Archangel Michael was protecting you. Maybe they thought that they were the top of the mount. Maybe they thought they were the goat. You know what I mean? Maybe they thought that they would ascend higher than you or be better than you somehow. It's not working out that way. Like, Yeah, well, you were the treasure. You've got two archangels here helping you. Okay, so you could be surrounded by the elementals right now, loving elementals. The Akashic field is here. So this person thought that they were going to get your treasures, or that they were going to ascend above you or something like this. It's not working out that way. Because, yeah. I think this is planning. So they were like, you were getting your wishes fulfilled here. Like, this was a sacred covenant. And I don't know. It's almost like they did something forbidden. This was a sacred covenant, okay? And they somehow thought that they were going to rise above you. And they're angry because it's not working. Their plans are not working out. Because the archangels have other plans. Okay? So like, you've got your spirit team is all around you here. What is going on? It's written in the Akashic Library here. Well, they've been struck. So they went to war with their own partner. This is crazy. Well, they got to learn a lesson. They thought that they were going to ascend above you. But Spirit says, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Winged messenger, see? Two worlds. It's like, you can't have it both ways. It's like, this could be a case of where they thought they would ascend above you, but you're ascending above them. It's like this person thought, the way that they were thinking, this is someone who is of the earth. Like, they think 3D. You're on a 5D thinking, a multi-dimensional thinking. So why did they complicated everything by being disloyal? Like, and I think they actually thought they were bigger than you. This is karma. Now, did they think that they were smarter than you? Wiser than you? Whoa. Yeah, they did. Materialistic. They could have ghosted you over materialism. They could have ghosted you because it's like, I'm sorry, but this person was really cheap with you with their money. And they could have ghosted you over money. See, they were very selfish. Okay? Self-indulgent, thinking only about themselves, not thinking that you were clever too, that you had some brains here. It's almost like they switched up on you. But the angels have been protecting you on your journey. Like, I don't understand why they thought they were... Yeah, it's like, look, this was written for you and your journey. Like, I don't know why they got so biggity over here. Thought maybe it was too hard, or you were a burden to them. You would be a burden to them somehow. But it's almost like the tables have turned here. Like I said, you are trusting your instincts, your intuition. Now, this is someone with higher knowledge. Why did they think that they were smarter than you? Why did they think that they were better than you or smarter than you? When you're when you're the one who was sent to be the guide, when you were the one who has the higher knowledge, never underestimate a feminine's intuition. Okay? It's like you have finer instincts. Pay attention to details. It's like, as a team, you would have worked wonders with this person, but for some reason they thought they were better than you, or that they could do better than you. They might have looked down upon you because you may not have had, at the time, you may not have had the money that they were looking for. This person was all about money. Superficial. So, and maybe their family was judging you, and maybe you've been judged by your family. Who knows? But they turned... I told you. They acted upon some sort of dark energy. Like, they may have done something that was against a sacred covenant that they had with God. Like, don't be thinking that, yeah, because, you know, when the universe puts a sacred union together, it's like, that's for teamwork. Like, you both are creative, you both contribute. This person, they started thinking really dark. They started taking dark actions. They may have done something that was forbidden. Being disloyal. Lust. Dark thoughts. Negative energy. That's what I mean. I think they broke their vow to you. Seven of Swords. You know, that's the forbidden fruit. And quite honestly, they could have blamed you for it. Yeah, and I'm just thinking here, now they're in regret. See? Now they regret the actions that they took. See, this person was trying to outsmart you. They were playing mind games with you and they were trying to outsmart you here. But you have this divine wisdom. You don't think like earthly wisdom. You have divine wisdom. So I don't know, like you were supposed to work as a team, okay? I'm just saying, but they thought that they would look, this person may have gone for something superficial because they were trying to climb the ladder. It's like to them it was all about money. All about money. And likely, I'm just saying, they may have thought with another energy that they could manifest wealth or something like that. It's all about money. That's all they were thinking about, money. And they've destroyed a perfectly good love situation. Materialism. 3D. Man. Money. And that's why you get it. And that's why they feel betrayed. That's why they feel betrayed, because you end up with the treasure. You were the treasure all along. You were the treasure all along. But they didn't realize it. Like, in your past, say for example, so maybe you were hit tough times, or maybe you were working, just getting by, or, you know, pinching your pennies, just trying to get by, trying to save your money. You know what I mean? It's like this person wanted to show off like they had more money, or they were better than you somehow because they had money. But now it's like you're the one who was the treasure after all. Like, you're the one that ends up with the treasure. like, it seems like, okay, you were going to work. You were trying to pay for, say, your vehicle, your home, stuff like that. And at the end of the day, you may not have had like a lot of money left over, but you were getting by. You were able to look after yourself. But this person thought they could do you one better. They thought that they could do you one better. But since they've been gone, it's like Spirit's been working with you, teaming up with you, because you were the one who was the loyal one. You were the one who, like, you worked hard here. Okay? You did. And so I think that, yeah, you were, I think that you were able to make ends meet, but maybe you weren't like super wealthy. But you're going to end up wealthy. And that's because you're teaming up with Source. It's like there's certain instincts of yours, divine wisdom that's here, that now I think the archangels are working with you. I think you've teamed up with Source and the archangels here to create something really stable in your life. And I think that it could be to do with your creativity. And it's looking like you're getting part of an increase or a huge increase in your resources. And now they're mad because they betrayed you. They thought that they were smarter than you. They thought they were going to do better than you. And you end up doing better than them. Now that could be lovers, family members, or friends. It's like, it wouldn't shock me if it was all of them. So they feel betrayed because you end up with the treasure. And they are looking at your treasure. They are looking at what you've accomplished. And another thing, what's crossing this person's mind? Okay, it's showing here that you could be single. Okay, so it's showing that you could be single. However, in their mind, they think that you are acquiring this because of someone else. But the truth is, you're acquiring this because the archangels teamed up with you because they left you partnerless. And they feel betrayed. They feel betrayed because you end up with the treasure, the very thing that they wanted. Most of it all in life was money. And you're the one that ends up with it. Because, you never put it wasn't your end all be all. Put it to you that way. I'm not saying you don't like money. But, you were getting by. You could pay your bills. You could pay for your vehicle or your home or your mortgage or whatever. But you were working hard to do that. And maybe you were trying to put money away or save for your future or something. This person lavish. They like to show off. They like to strut their stuff or show off their wealth somehow. And they kind of got biggity on you, thinking that they were better than you somehow, or that they could do better than you somehow. They took the forbidden fruit. That's the forbidden fruit. Lost, whether that's lust for money or lust in general. It's like, they were tempted and they took it. Which tells me they're not as smart as what they thought that they were. And that you actually could have warned them. You could have told them, but they thought they were smarter than you. They thought that they were wiser than you. That they knew what they were doing. That they knew what they were getting themselves into. That, it's like they got a chip on their shoulder. That obviously spirit is knocking off. Yeah. But they're actually a fool. That's their ego. They were, that's their ego. Foolish ego. Pride cometh before a fall. There is no honor amongst thieves. I mean, what were they thinking? Were they thinking that they could just break a sacred covenant with you and then enter into something with someone else and that it was all going to work out great? Well, you get your wishes fulfilled and they're mad about it. Because they were all about the money. They were all about popularity. Getting attention. Player energy. Yeah. It's almost like they turned their back on God. They turned their back on you and they turned their back on God. They're just like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to, it's like they sold out. They sold out themselves. Quite honestly. They sold God out. You know what I mean? It's like they're a sellout. They're all in their pride, their ego. Instead of acting like a team, it was all about me and I and showing off and trying to show everybody that they're a high roller or a big spender and they're going to get somebody and spend all their money on that other somebody and show you a thing or two, but you weren't into that. You weren't into that. You weren't after them for their money. You weren't... You had good motives. And that's why you're the one who ends up with the coin. And I'm going to be for real. This person was griping about you, perhaps. See, they got high on their horse. They were thinking that, they were the kingpin of the money. I'm the man, or I'm the woman. I deserve to have this. I deserve to have that. They could have even called you cheap. But I mean... Look, you could have been saving for your future, or, maybe you just had a cheap car, or you weren't into fancy things. You didn't have to have the best of everything. You know what I mean? It's like... You weren't into flashy things. You were real. You weren't into style and flashing your money, or, even if you had it, you weren't gonna, let everybody else know you got it. It's like, oh man. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you, that's what one of someone who I was dating for a long time actually said to me, why don't you buy a new car? And I'm like, well, I don't need a new car right now anyway. Like I had an old car that ran perfectly fine, and there was no rust on it. There was nothing wrong with the motor. There was nothing wrong with the body, the interior, nothing. And I'm like, well, right now I don't need one. Yeah, well, I want to see you in a new vehicle, or I want to see you in this. Well, you gonna buy one? I said, I ain't buying no new vehicle right now. I don't need one. Like, flash has never been my thing. I'm more practical. It's like, I'm not into flash. It's not that I can't be flashy. It's just at the time, there was more important things going on. And I don't have to make appearances to, like, you know what I mean? So I think that person was a little put off by that. But I could care less. Go get put off. I didn't want to acquire a debt. That's why I never got a new vehicle. But guess what? I have one now. But at the time, I was more into practicality because I was trying to save for other things. I was doing other things. And I shouldn't have had to explain that to anybody either. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't. And then the oddest thing happened. Slightly after that was like, then I was being compared. Well, so-and-so's wife earns X amount of dollars a year. What do you earn? Just like that. And I'm like, red flag. Well, I never said nothing about that, but I never forgot it. That was a red flag. That told me that that person was starting to be a show-off. Like, and I am so grateful. You know, I still pray to this day. I thank God for letting me see that person's true character. Because, boy, would I ever have been in a financial mess had I hooked up with that person. Because everything that I had, likely, that other person would have ended up with. And, you know, at the time, I shouldn't say I never had much. I had enough. Just, I wasn't flashy. I wasn't relying on that person for any money, that's for sure. I could look after myself and I was in a good position. But it was like wanting me to go into more debt, and I didn't want it. I didn't want to be in debt. That person was in debt. And there was a huge payment for that person's vehicle. I didn't want to take that on. Like, when this person started to, like, make me feel less than because of my circumstances, or what they thought my circumstances were, I started getting red flags. Like, who are you to say that to me? And then laying guilt trips on me for, like, gift giving. Like, I gave way more than I ever got. But laying a guilt trip on me for that. So, like, I should buy the most expensive gifts. And I'm like, I started to get creep vibes off of that. And I'm kind of glad things didn't turn out, because that definitely were red flags. And I'm really glad that I paid attention to that, because it could have been way worse than it was. Take care.